Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
This is Conversations with the Crawleys. We have conversations about faith, family, relationships, and we do recaps, reviews, and commentary on some of our favorite shows. This one is all about what's looking to be like a train wreck called Morgan and Binh out of Married at First Sight in San Diego. So, first of all, hit that subscribe, hit the like, request notifications,
and share. And
we'll see you in the comments. And then also hit that join button that's right there, I think it is. All right, and become a member. Membership has its privileges. All right. Again, shout out to our one member that we have right now that's joined us, Michelle. Appreciate you. Don't let Michelle be the only member. Join and become a member. All right. So let's kind of jump into Morgan and Binh. You remember last week we had that 3 o'clock in the morning black and white video.
Yelling, talking about, you done, da, 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 I'm leaving. Well,
so basically we got a little more on that. She's meeting with her friend. Evidently she says that Binh has continually gone to Justin about things that are happening in their marriage.
Right.
Even to the point where Alexis is hearing some things on the speakerphone, and Alexis tells Morgan, hey, your husband, still reaching out to my husband. He's talking about your relationship, what have you.
Right. And so she doesn't explain what was heard, or I'm just going to, as she indicates to Binh, Binh is saying this stuff.
Yep.
But she doesn't say anything specific.
Right.
She doesn't want to talk.
Right.
So, like we talked about in the last episode we taped, if it was me, I'm knocking on those grown people door because my wife left because you said something. So he went over there and said, what did you tell her? What did you say to her?
I need some clarity. What did we talk about?
I need some clarity. She won't talk to me. And she says that you. So then all of a sudden, it's Alexis.
FaceTiming Morgan.
And Binh.
Well, she was facing. So.
No, I thought.
No, because what Morgan said to her friend is that Alexis had texted her first and said, Ben's over here.
Yes.
And so then she's like, what? So then Alexis and Binh basically looks like they FaceTime Morgan trying to get to the bottom of things, right? And she's like, you're over there now. That's the problem. You're over there.
Well, you just told me she told you something, but you won't tell me. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to figure out what did they say to you because you won't tell me.
Right. So
I need to know what was said.
Because if we're going to play the telephone game, at least communicate what was said from your end.
Right.
Right? Because I can't defend against.
Can't defend.
An accusation that you're not even telling me what the accusation is.
And where I'm confused. I'm not even in the relationship because I don't understand what was the guidelines set.
Right.
Now, she says, and pretty much from what we can tell from the video, because we don't know how much they cut, that she told him not to speak to Justin anymore about the relationship. She also says, when you've gone and hang out with the guys, I asked you, what you guys talked about. And you never indicated that you talked about our relationship. Right. Then, to me, she's assuming that he must have talked about the relationship even in the group setting. Instead of asking him, like I'm asking you right now, since it's been saying that you've been talking to Justin. Yeah. In the group, are you talking about our relationship?
Well, jump back just a little bit because you're talking about when they were at the wedding spot.
Right.
So yeah, she goes and does Muay Thai and kicks boxes and kicks bags, whatever. Right. And he's moping around. Right. She's moping in her bed. Right. But their goal or their plan was for their month anniversary to meet up at the place where they got married, kind of reminisce, stay the night in that whole honeymoon suite, what have you. So he shows up with roses. And
she karate chopping it.
Like a 3-year-old, because it was very childish in my opinion. She takes it and just throws it on the ground.
It wasn't mature.
It was childish.
It wasn't mature.
It was childish. It was childish.
It was immature.
Okay, we're saying the same thing, just I'm being a little more emphatic. It was childish.
And so, again, she's going off at the handle.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't get any word in. And so then she's like, you're lying. I'm gone. And then the producer stops her.
Yes.
And then he's like, well, she's like, I'll stay long as you're not lying because you're lying. And he's like, well, how am I supposed to address?
Because she's not letting him get any words
No, she's not. No.
He's trying to, well, first of all, he had something forming on his lips. It was distracting.
Right. It was because his mouth was dry. He's out in the thing. And no one's handing him anything. He's in this moment of intensity.
Yes.
And he doesn't know what to do. He's like, I don't even know what to do or how to talk to you right now.
Lick your lips, bro. Just lick your lips every now and then.
Yeah, he could have done that. But I'm like...
But yeah, she's just going on and on.
I was like...
And every time he's trying to jump in and
he's like,
ask questions, she's just... No. So here's what I think is the issue. Part of the issue with Lindsay.
Okay? No, it's not Lindsay.
I mean, not Lindsay. I'm sorry.
It's Morgan.
Morgan, yes. Mm-hmm. And they got her own issues. But part of the problem with Morgan is this. There's something in her about maybe the best way for me to put it is her being embarrassed or what have you. Because remember, part of her big issue was she didn't want him to tell anyone that she was a course short for her BA.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now it's like if you say anything about me or the relationship that's not perfect, I don't like that. So there's, to me, it's just she does not like to be put in a negative light in any way, what she considers a negative light in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. Well, there should have been very specific guidelines.
Yes.
That was understood.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone needs to share with someone what's going on. Or you tell him, okay, journal. Mm-hmm. Somehow you have to get out your thoughts.
Yep.
And granted, I tell you almost everything, but sometimes I don't want to share with you because it's just my feeling.
And you have to process it yourself.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I need to process it because it could be not true. Mm-hmm. And so I need to share with someone to process it, because why tell you stuff that's not true that could hurt you?
Right.
And it's not true.
Right.
And so I feel it's unfair for her to say he can't talk to anyone. Now, especially because I'm like, can he talk to his mom? Because I feel like his circle, he would have talked to like his mom or someone in his family if he could talk to. But those are boundaries you even make in your marriage, like, okay, we're not going to share. Right. We're not going to share, because I never share with my parents, like, if we go through something or we're in an argument.
Nah.
You know, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying,
I
right?
get what you're saying. But here's the thing. One of the things that, because we've watched Married at First Sight almost from the very beginning, right? Mm-hmm. I think we did watch the first seasons. We kind of dropped off a couple. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that we appreciate about these more recent seasons is the fact that they recognize that the couples benefit from everybody talking about going through the process together. Because in those early days, the couples didn't really meet until
to the
end, right? Mm-hmm. So now the fact is that all of these people are going through a very, very unique process. Mm-hmm. And in going through that, yes, you need somebody that at least can understand the process that you're going through. Mm-hmm. This is a little different than I just need to talk about my marriage. Mm-hmm. I need to talk about how I'm feeling with this person who I just met 4 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And they're telling different things and, you know, so now Justin probably was not the best person to talk to. I can get that. But she makes it seem like she didn't want him talking about it to anybody, right? Because he even was like, well, you talk to Lindy, and she's like, I don't talk to Lindy like that. Da, da, da. Well, that's you, and I don't believe that, but that's you.
Right.
But he needs to have some place. Now, if he's only talking to other people and not talking to you, that's one thing.
Right.
But if he's talking to you and then based upon those conversations, he has somebody that he can vent to.
Right.
Listen.
I'd rather you vent to somebody and get it out. So when you come back to me, you're loving on me. And you have the right mindset and spirit of what we're going through.
And that could help me to maybe change my perspective of what we were not agreeing on.
Right. Right. So, but we never get to hear Ben's side.
No.
We don't know what Ben was talking to Justin about. We don't know if he's still hashing over this thing he shared already. If he's already shared it with him, it's not new information.
It's already out there.
Because so far, that's been the whole issue, right? They don't have any new issues because only thing they've been sharing on video to us is that she doesn't trust him for the first issue.
Well, because he did, one of the phrases that he at least was able to get out was he was talking to him about the people pleasing. So they had a conversation about how they both were people pleasing, right? So he's
sharing his experience and not their relationship. But because I remember I was like, what did he say? What did he say? He talking about Justin? So that's good. He's like, I'm just sharing with him what my awareness is about our relationship. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking only about me. So you're telling me I can't share me with anyone else?
Yeah.
So I think she blew it out so she can get her exit. Let's be really real. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is going to give me my exit. So I already had in my head, I won't be able to trust him anymore. I can use this as ammunition instead of saying, you know what? I'm trying to rebuild trust.
Right.
And building trust is being able to listen to what someone's saying and hear them out before I make an assumption. And but she don't know how to do that.
And it fits her because here's the thing. What?
I said that makes me mad when people don't allow people to speak. At least let me hear your truth.
Right.
Before I make, say
before you just run on for 30 minutes. But here's the thing. It fits her as far as her using this as an exit strategy.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's easy to point the finger and say, this is what you did that caused me to leave. Instead of saying, this is how I contributed to whatever was going on so that we didn't work out.
Right.
It's very easy from her perspective to now point the finger.
Right.
And so we, not sure of all what happened as far as in the past with her, other, traumatic experiences with family, what have you.
But we said from the beginning, she shouldn't have been through this process.
Correct. She needed to heal.
There needs to be a questionnaire on trust, it looks like. We need a whole page on trust.
Well, we need, there needs to be more in depth as far as what traumas you've been dealing with.
Right.
So.
Because people are not, again, we have this pretense of, I'm ready to get married. No, you're not. Mm-hmm. If you can't even have a basic level of working through conflict.
Right. Yep. So, because she says she's not sure if there's a way back from this. And he does. Now, he does look, you know what, fine, I apologize. Right. It was like an I give up. I apologize. Right. Whatever you say I did, I'm sorry. Can we move forward? You haven't let me explain anything. So whatever you're accusing me of, right. I'm sorry.
I'm just so sorry.
Right.
And then she's like,
I was the guy in the grassy knoll shooting JFK. I'm sorry. He's like, I'm apologize for everything.
I'm not going to even try to defend anymore. I apologize. And then she was like, I'm going to come back so every day you can see my face of what you did to me. Now, see, this is where...
Bye, girl.
This is where the man Ben should have said, now, what we're not going to do. He should have been...
not going to do about
this is what we're not going to do. You're not going to be with me for another 4 weeks to try to belittle me, be critical of me if I made a human mistake, right, and not show me grace.
Yep.
That's what you're not going to do. So you might as well just go ahead and go home like you said you are.
Bounce.
And stay home.
Yep.
Because I want to work on this marriage and I'm not going to have you here like you are my God, my jury, and you're going to punish me for 4 weeks.
Yep.
Because that's not what's going to happen. And I think she was gonna have to straighten up, or she's gonna take her butt back to her house, and she can stay there 4 weeks. And then we need to talk to the expert. And if you want to say you want a divorce, then you say it.
Yep.
Because when she said that, I'm like, oh, no. See? I'm like, well, we're not going to do.
Right. So, yeah, I think that they're done. I think that
I wouldn't. As Ben, if I was Ben, I would say, you know what? I don't feel like she's in the space. Now, could I have done better? Maybe I could have told her, hey, I spoke to Justin.
right.
And when I talked to Justin, I talked about me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if he was saying to, like, I am going to share with Ben. I am going to call Justin and talk to him about me and what I've learned and what I've learned from not being what I should have been or shouldn't have talked about. Maybe if he came up forward with that, there's always one afterthoughts, right? Of different things you could do if you're trying to, especially if you're trying to rebuild trust.
Right.
The more truthful and more things you can be proactive about can help build trust back with someone, when it's lost. But you're not going to come and tell me you're going to stay with me 4 weeks so you can...
Nah, sis. Mm-mm.
So you can make me feel bad? No, we're not doing that.
Nope.
I'm not putting up with that. If you don't want to work out, then okay. I got you.
Yeah. And so it looks like in the trailer for next week, the rest of the room, because they did not show up for the dinner that all of the other couples were going to.
And Justin and that, who knew what was going on, just said, oh, they just ain't going to make it.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you called her and started this.
Yeah. So, but looks like next week, they show up.
They could have helped them. If I was you, I was like, listen, I'm hearing your boy's still calling you. Have your boy talk to his wife.
They're done. They're done. Morgan and Binh are done. They're not even D-O-N-E done. They are D-U-N done. They done. But next week, it looks like they do, again, all the couples gather, and she comes in, and everybody else in the room is like, what's all this tension about? So she probably, going to do some Muay Thai on the other couples too. So, all right. That's it for this one. Make sure you check out the videos for the other couples that we're doing and hitting that subscribe button. If you have not already hit that like button and you're here, you might as well hit that like button as well. And then consider becoming a member of the channel. See you all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.
Be blessed.